All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a 2v. Well, I should make sure the microphone's pointed at me. A 2v2 matchup between Hipposaur and yooooo versus HqSu and Orfey. Have absolutely no idea who these players are. As well, some of them I do, but it is a 2v2 matchup, and I know a lot of you guys out there, like enjoy playing team games because one, if it is a 2v2 matchup, you can take all of the credit and then share or deflect the blame if you in fact lose. So 2v2 matchups, I remember back in the day when I was playing very, very heavily in random team. I got up to I think I got up to top 25 or top 50 on the West Coast. Not that random team really mattered all that much. It was fun to be able to say, hey, if only my partners were better, we would win. When in actuality, after the introduction of MOBAs, you realize that, well, if you were better, you would actually help your team win too. Anyways, wherever you are at, hopefully you guys are enjoying this matchup here as we're looking at the red team with a night elf and a human opening things up with an archmage and a demon hunter going up against an orc with a farseer and a night elf with a keeper of the grove. No undead in this matchup. All of the other three races in this matchup: human, night elf versus night elf orc. So what are we going to be looking at here in this 2v2? Well, already we're going to be seeing a lot of action. No need to fast forward, just trying to introduce the players with a little banter in the beginning, as we see the 2-minute mark already approaching. Ancient of War going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage here, trying to take down this giant sea turtle creep camp, as well strategy is already underway. 2v2 strategies is always interesting because straight out of the gate, you and your partner usually have a plan. You guys know what you're going to do. You're going to execute it. And then 4 minutes in, 6 minutes in, that plan usually goes sideways. I think there's a very famous phrase: everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And that's pretty much what 2v2 matchups are. You and your partner, left brain, right brain, trying to work together, having a plan to execute things, and then realizing, wait, it's not going to really work, and instead it just feels like I'm just going to get punched in the face type of thing. As we see, well, the keeper of the grove picking up Pure Up the Vitality, already have him in a mantle of intelligence +3, and placing that watcher ward in a very permanent and very crucial position. Meanwhile, keeper of the grove here going to find a couple of easy peasants to try and finish off. Doesn't even need to bother to finish that one, as the entangle will finish it here, as we're looking at more damage getting racked up. We're going to see another bit of damage here as the keeper of the grove gets to level 2, and now going to summon up some treants to try and deal with this tower. Arcane Tower, HqSu, and Orfey doing a great job putting on pressure to Hipposaur and yooooo, as the Archmage does have Brilliance Aura, and now calling in some militia to try and, well, fight this back. Archer is also Shadow Melted here. Arcane Tower looks like it will be upgraded without a problem, as Spirit Wolves now engaging here. Archmage just doing a little bit of stutter stepping, trying to buy a little bit of time and retain those hit points, as early on damage does tend to stick. With limited ability to heal early on, without those arcane vaults, without those priests for the human, damage does tend to stick a bit more, as the Archmage getting closer to level 2. Lumbermill now being placed down. Hipposaur already teching to tier 2. We are looking at a tech to tier 2 by yooooo. Meanwhile, HqSu and also Orfey both teching to tier 2 as well, as we see the Farseer now clearing out this, 12 o'clock location, or 12 o'clock location here. That is a little bit far from home, but he will be able to pick up some decent items. Meanwhile, the keeper of the grove down to the south here, trying to go after this Ogre Magi creep camp, and maybe able to take this Ogre Magi creep camp as well. That would be a big watcher ward to get picked up, and also picking up Claws of Attack +9. two very powerful items early on, as we are now looking at the counterattack by Yo and Hipposaur, as archers and footmen working together, frontline and backline, all tier 1, but all very deadly if they are in the proper position. Hipposaur Hipposaur and Yo need to work together, making sure that their front line is those footmen, while their backline is those archers, to try and sail those attacks here, as we are now looking at the Night Elf and the Orc to trying to pressure this here. We are looking at archers trying to chase after those headhunters. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove with some archers trying to hold back this attack here. This may be rather difficult. Entangle now onto a lone hit footman, as the Keeper of the Grove using the Moonwells to his advantage, trying to just stay alive here, picking up and dropping that Pure of Vitality, giving him an additional 150 hit points overall, as he's looking to finish off this last footman. All right, 1 or 2 more shots should finish him off. There it goes, as we are looking at a headhunter now getting caught out of position here. Hipposaur and Yo now trying to counterattack the other way. Footman. Well, no, Panda now with the archers and the Demon Hunter going to try and put pressure off on the other side. There is Orc Burrows. We do not see the fortified upgrade. We may actually want to see that instead of the steel armor upgrades, as the steel armor is not going to really help, as these Orc Burrows, are very much vulnerable to the piercing attack of these archers. All right, Keeper of the Grove comes in, uses a Staff of Teleportation, only to see that he's on the receiving end of a bunch of archers trying to poke him down here, as the action is fast and furious. All right, coming back around, Farseer trying to protect his family here. Yeah. Continuing to put pressure back across all of these units. If you guys didn't get the reference, I'm sorry. If you did, I can't believe I made a reference to family in Fast and Furious. A Demon Hunter and Panda now continuing to come back and forth here, as we see a Naga Sea Witch now joining in on the fight. Keeper of the Grove coming back around here. Demon Hunter, trying to hang back, and beautiful shadow meld, only to use up a charge of Dust of Appearance. Dual Spirit Wolves trying to take down the remainder of these footmen in the back here. Archmage doesn't have any healing going on, but an Arcane Sanctum is nearly done. These Spirit Wolves may end up getting resummoned here. 1 more shot. There goes a little bit of experience. Archmage may actually get to level 3 here off of this Spirit Wolf, as the Spirit Wolf now dances around at 99 hit points. Coming back around, we are looking at the Red Army looking to clear out the remainder of the Ogre Magi creep camp. Remember, earlier on, the Keeper of the Grove was able to just chain entangle that Ogre Magi to finish him off, picking up that Watcher Ward, picking up the item, and having a very, very good map presence and control. Farseer sitting at level 2, getting closer to level 3. Naga Sea Witch now charging across the other way here. Naga Sea Witch has a little bit of experience. Cold Arrows trying to slow things down on Yo, as Yo now retreating back with that Demon Hunter and that Brewmaster. All right, it's going to be a little bit of a risky maneuver by HqSu and Orfey, trying to clear out this Ogre Lord creep camp. Ogre Lord actually hanging back right now, gonna try and divide and conquer these units, going after the Forest Troll Berserkers and Ogre Warriors, while the Ogre Lord and Ogre Magi are back. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove gonna try and retreat away from the Demon Hunter. There goes an Entangle, and now a little bit of damage to be racked up here, but that is not gonna last all that long. Demon Hunter now trying to dive on in, perhaps could get in some damage, actually gets in a little bit of that shockwave damage, as well as the Demon Hunter uses a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, or maybe a full potion here, to try and stay alive, trying to finish off some of these units here. Scroll of Town Portal, an emergency retreat, as Yo and Hipposaur punish their opponent for trying to clear out a difficult creep camp during these early stages. Panda gets up to level 2. Healing rune now dropped up, healing both of those armies there. Very nicely done, as the purple army now heading off to the top left, clearing out this gargantuan sea turtle creep camp, hoping to get to level 3 and perhaps level 2 on this Naga Sea Witch. All right, Keeper of the Grove may actually level up as well, as we are already transitioning into Mountain Giants, as we are at Tree of Eternity. Those Mountain Giants in that frontline position should be able to taunt, absorb quite a bit of damage, as there doesn't seem to be that many strong normal damage units. Those footmen are currently, only tier 1, doing currently 15 to 18 damage, but shouldn't have to worry too much about their damage, as they may get picked apart by the range damage from the rear unless they throw up defend as well. Level 3 on the Archmage, level 2 on the Naga Sea Witch. Archmage already picks up a Tome of Retraining, maybe retraining off to Blizzard, as we do see a Scroll of the Beast here used to try and clear out these creep camps quickly. Gargantuan Sea Turtle, Dryads abolishing magic on those water elementals, trying to get experience every which way they can, as we're looking at Cold Arrows and Entangle, slowing things down here. Panda now gets in the position. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across that front line units. Those front line units actually relatively low on hit points. Archers and now Dryads are in a bit of trouble, as a Mountain Giant finally getting into the front portion here, as the Footmen with the Fen are trying to take down the Mountain Giant, as the Dryads and Headhunters are now switching targets every which way. Staff of Preservation saves a bear, as there's a massive battle across the center. Breath of Fire coming across from Yo, able to blow over a lot of damage, as the Demon Hunter is a little bit of trouble, down to 30 hit points, forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal, as an inbound Shadow Hunter attack could have finished things off. All right, Archmage could be in a little bit of trouble here. Naga Sea Witch does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. He may want to try and back away. Footman trying to chase after some of those last remaining units, and actually getting a bit too far. 6 supply, 3 Footmen getting stranded, as the Hipposaur accidentally executing that Scroll of Town Portal and allowing those Footmen to get out of Scroll of Town Portal range. All right, dropping items. Going to go ahead and give them to the Shadow Hunter here, trying to spread them around, as we're looking at the Gargantuan Sea Turtle here. Actually causing quite a bit of damage to the Purple Army. Could have easily taken down this Gargantuan Sea Turtle to gain a little bit of experience, but instead going after this more difficult red creep camp in the corner. All right, this is going to get scouted out by Yo, but even if it is scouted out, may not translate to very much, as unless there is a potential creepjack on the other side. Center portion of the map, Druids of the Claw in their bear form, partnered with Archers and Dryads. Level 3 Panda, level 3 Demon Hunter, ready to work together and take down the Night Elf and Orc, an army opposing them. Ogre Lord gonna try and engage here. Are we gonna see an Entangle? We're waiting for an Entangle. No Entangle, just a straight up Hex. And that's gonna easily finish off that Ogre Lord there, picking up a Medallion of Courage. Blizzard now coming back around. Archmage raining down Blizzard across all of these units, and will really racking up quite a bit of damage. Spellbreakers are in position as well, acting as that front line, as the Archmage has to be extremely careful. We need to see more healing on that Archmage, as a Scroll of Town Portal needed by the Night Elf army of Orfey. HqSu also retreating back, Scroll of Speed, and that Kodo Beast has nothing in its belly. Overall army sizes 50 over 50, 39 over 41, compared to 50 over 50 and 49 over 60. Hipposaur and Yo having that slight advantage. Archmage, Demon Hunter, Panda, Naga Sea Witch, all sitting at level 3 for the red team. Meanwhile, HqSu, level 2, level 2, level 2 on the Shadow Hunter, level 3 on the Keeper of the Grove, level 3 on the Farseer. So a little bit behind her, but there does seem to be an extra hero, I believe, for the other sides here. 4 heroes compared to 5. Expansion of Yo nearly completed here. Going to be able to entangle that gold mine and gain a little bit of an economic advantage. Druids of the Claw also joining in on the battle as well. And if Yo can hold on to this center expansion, currently sitting in low upkeep, 51 over 60, needs to find a way. And Hipposaur also getting into 55 over 60 without an expansion either. So we're looking at 14 gold a second going up against 17 gold a second. I guess not that big of a difference that much or any longer. All right, HqSu needs to get up another Orc Burrow, setting up 2 here, looking at purple, clearing out these relatively easy green creep camps after so much time. Shadow Hunter also picking up Orb of Venom. Does the Farseer have an Orb of Venom? Yes, it does. All right, so 3 ranged units coming in from the Orc, all having Orbs of Venom. Meanwhile, Naga Sea Witch and Keeper of the Grove also has Orbs of Venom as well. We may be looking at 5, if not eventually 6 Orbs of Venom coming in from the purple army. Now remember, Orb of Venom does in fact stack. So if all 6 heroes attack the same target after 10 seconds, that unit will pretty much be dead. All it needs is a slight sneeze and it will get taken down. I don't care how many hit points are on that target. Maybe after taking one round of attack, that unit may actually be dead here. And this may be the strategy that HqSu and Orfey are trying to execute. Orb of Venom across 6 units. Let's take a look at what items we have here. Yo does have 1 Orb of Venom on the Demon Hunter. There comes the Panda. Breath of Fire blowing over a beautiful position here. Yo and Hipposaur, well, just using the map to their advantage. Now, as the engagement should be getting underway, we are looking at 6 heroes versus 4, 6 orbs of venom coming in from the purple army. Meanwhile, red army only has 1 orb of venom. Will Hipposaur and Yo realize what is happening here and be able to counteract? That damage over time is in fact very, very scary. All right, little bit of damage over time. You can see how much damage that is absorbed, and now even after Moonwells, it's losing quite a bit of damage as the engagement is still getting underway. All right, both sides fighting. Archmage falls at level 3 already. Both sides continuing to engage here. Orb of Venom, you can see a little bit of damage coming back across. Chain Lightning now bouncing around across all of those backline units as the Headhunter or Berserkers are now trying to retreat back here. Both sides fighting every which way. Bears and Spellbreakers in that frontline position, able to do quite a bit of chasing as the Mountain Giant absorbing far too much damage. Going to go ahead and try and fight back the other way here. There's that triple Orb of Venom going after. There goes 1 Druid of the Claw as the Archmage gets resurrected quickly. All right, Dryad, some form of slow will be needed. Fairy Dragons now joining in. Kodo Beast bringing in quite a bit of additional damage as well. Priestess of the Moon with True Shot Aura. And these Berserkers and all of these range heroes are dealing quite large amounts of range damage. These Spellbreakers are, however, upgraded at the 0-2 upgrades. That additional 4 armor making a big difference. Damage reduction is 30%. But remember, poison damage is static. It is not affected by armor. So that damage over time from the Orbs of Venoms and the slow poison is actually more effective because the Spellbreakers have such high armor. All right, we're going to go into an engagement here. Both sides still fighting their way through. Let's look at that damage over time on that Spellbreaker. Even though he is getting healed, he is already down to 359 hit points and still absorbing more and more damage here. Druids of the College are going to try and fight to that front door location. Meanwhile, we do see the Great Hall with spiked barricades trying to protect that location again. Archmage sitting at 3, Naga Sea Witch sitting at 3, Panda sitting at 3, Demon Hunter sitting at 3, going up against 6 heroes. 3, 2, 1 for the Night Elf. Where is the Orc? Orc is also a 3-3-2. Significant hero level advantage by HqSu as he's trying to flank this position now. All right, Mountain Giants in that frontline spot. And here we are, Chain Lightning quickly bouncing around. Arcane Tower, however, going to cause some problems. And this is actually a little bit of a mistake by HqSu trying to come into the position here. Farseer now trying to come in from the other spot. Is he going to be able to Scroll of Town Portal? He's in trouble, down to 226 hit points. All of the other units actually need to get within range. Are they going to be able to stay within range? Yes, they are able to stay within range. Meanwhile, a fight happening in the center portion here. Panda of Yo going to end up getting taken down, giving level 3 to the Naga Sea Witch. All right, Demon Hunter now trying to retreat back the other way. Slow poison coupled with so much other damage. Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter trying to double back around. There's a quick hex, and there's going to be the death of the Demon Hunter again. Naga Sea Witch still trying to stay alive. Mortar teams joining in on the battle as we see Mana Flare now in position, going to force a retreat back. Mortar team's going to try to finish off these Dryads. Dryad's going to try and turn things back around and flip damage here, as we're looking at the Berserkers looking to take or dish out some damage again. Mortar teams, however, are pretty much comfortable in the back as there's still plenty of priests and sorceresses here. All right, more Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Panda nearly getting taken down, able to stay alive as the Mana Flare is still working well for HqSu and Orfey. continuing to put this pressure here. Mortar teams splashing damage onto those Dryads again and again. 1 or 2 more shots should finish those off, as both sides really executing their strategies well, and no clear winner has been established. Farseer is trying to stay alive, down to 58 hit points. Mountain Giants being forced to use a Scroll of Town, or Farseer being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Staff of Preservation trying to save some more units as units are retreating back again. All right, we are looking at the Fairy Dragon continuing to cause more mana flares here. Mountain Giant trying to retreat back. That's going to easily get taken down. Is it going to give level 4 to the Archmage? It does, pretty much on the money. Level 2 Brilliant Swara is key, as one of Yo's Mountain Giants was down to 18 hit points, but still ends up surviving. 53 supply and 52 supply going up against 59 supply and 55. Both sides with relatively similar army sizes still trying to engage, as the Priestess of the Moon, if it gets to level 3, will be getting level 2 True Shot or an additional 10% bonus damage across pretty much this entire ranged army, save for those Mountain Giants. Chimeras have taken to the skies as well. How is all of this going to be unfolding here in just a moment? Kotobeast could add a little bit more. We don't see any siege damage upgrade. Nope, there's that Corrosive Breath for that siege damage upgrade on those Chimeras. Kotobeast trying to double back around here. We see a couple of strategically placed watchtowers, Tree of Life and Tree of Life, both sides trying to expand and take this gold mine at the 7 o'clock location. Meanwhile, the forest here is completely wide open and is ready, ready for an attack through there. Chimera is going to, however, come in from the other side here and now going to pretty much engage. And you can see that Corrosive Breath, how much damage it is dealing to all of those, to that Tree of Life here. All right, more engagement getting underway. Priest of the Moon trying to fight back. It looks as though the Tree of Life is going to take 1 or 2 more shots, get taken down. There it goes, quickly, easily cleaned up, as level 4 now on the Brewmaster. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, perhaps trying to get some damage over time across all of those units again. Mortar teams actually getting blocked by their own Moonwells, unable to get into the proper position, as HqSu is actually out of position now, being forced to retreat back. Coming back the other way, Mortar teams continuing the fight here. Flying machines going after those Chimeras, and more attacks and lobs over the ridge here. Panda could be in a little bit of trouble trying to fight back their way. Breath of Fire going across onto the Berserkers. 2-1 upgrades, as we see the Panda has fallen at level 4, and Yo has left the game. Hipposaur still trying to hold on to this game here, but it does not look good. Archmage down to 114 hit points. Is he going to be able to stay alive? He's trying to retreat back, and it looks as though he's going to be able to stay alive here. Down to 61 hit points. There's the healing wave, and able to stick around, and that is going to be the game. All right, Yo and Hipposaur has left the game, giving the game to Orfey and HqSu. A beautiful game going back and forth. I don't know how effective that, sextuple Orb of Venom strategy was, but it did have a long-term effect, just slowly ticking away at the hit points of units, eventually, just dealing damage over time and constantly switching targets, allowing a Chain Lightning, a Fork, or a Fork Lightning to really finish off units in a very effective manner. Great game. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Let's go ahead and take a look at these final scores. Total scores, HqSu and Orfey winning in every category, but really, it really was those heroes, those 2 additional heroes, those 6 additional or 12 additional item slots, allowing for those Orbs of Venom to stack and deal large amounts of damage. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments below, and let me know if you guys want to try out these strategies and how they work in your own repertoire. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.